I'm live. Hello, everyone. Kindness for Lunch with Cari Frame, self-kindness coach here in Calgary. And I am just coming out of a meeting, a business strategy meeting, and I could really use a lunch break. And ironically, I'm talking about boundaries with food today. So there you go. Here's the practice what you preach kind of area, because if I was super hungry right now, I would take you down to my kitchen and you could help me make my lunch, and I would just go ahead and nourish my body while we're in the live. But I'm not actually that hungry. I had a snack. I made some like really high fiber chocolate chip and coconut cookies the other day. So I had one of those about an hour ago with some water. So I'm not actually that hungry. So it's really just, I think when I say I need a lunch break, I think what I need is a break. Yeah, which is also totally legitimate, right? My blind is too bright here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the need for a break. It's a kind of spirit food. You know, the things that we need to nourish not just our body, but also our mind and also our spirit. And to that end, today I might keep it fairly short. I'm going to hang out for a bit, see who shows up and what they need. And if I'm here relatively by myself, then I will give myself that much needed break. So, one of the things I talk about a lot, because there's no downside to it and there's no end to how beneficial it is to stay tuned in to yourself. Everything, no, I shouldn't say everything, a lot of what happens to us on the wellness side has to do with us disconnecting from paying attention to ourselves. Burnout comes a lot in my work. I work with a lot of very successful, very high-powered, whatever that means, people. People that have a lot going on. They have a lot of responsibility. They have a lot of irons in the fire, or whatever the expressions are. And they are often very disconnected from themselves, from their own well-being. In fact, they might even be keeping busy to purposefully not tune in to how they're doing. Because being busy feels safer than being in touch with themselves. But what happens is your mind, your body, your spirit will only let you ignore them for so long before you'll start to have an impact to that. And for those of you that are here with me today, hello, welcome. Welcome to Kindness for Lunch. We're talking about boundaries and checking in with yourself instead of just ignoring your well-being. So I'll type a question into the chat and you can let me know what you think. Do you ever ignore your own well-being? And if you do, why? It's a big question. I know these are huge questions, but what the heck? Let's throw it out there. So what happens is you are focused on the busyness, you're disconnecting from your own well-being, and your mind, your body, your spirit will start to send you messages and signals that they cannot be ignored forever, right? So your mind will start to get foggy. It'll start to feel just also really clogged, like not everything fits. You'll start to be more reactive instead of responsive. You'll fluctuate in your ability to connect to your own intellect. These are all kind of on the mind, the mental side. Your body, if you're ignoring your body, in the busyness or in the effort to not pay attention to what you're nervous to pay attention to in your own well-being. Your body will send you so many signals, right? Like if you really pause for a minute and think, okay, what messages has my body given me, even in the last couple days, that I'm trying to ignore, I'm not paying attention to, right? Just sit for a minute. Let's just sit together. And I'm going to do this because it's a physical reminder to tune in to myself. So I'm putting my hand here. Take a breath. What is my body wanting me to know that it's feeling and that it needs? What is your body wanting you to know? What is your body wanting you to know? And you don't have to fix it right now. And you don't have to have judgment about it. This is so, so important. A lot of what keeps us from tuning into our own well-being is that we're kind of afraid of our own self-judgment. So we could be so hard on ourselves that if I look and say like, oh my gosh, my body is saying, let's say hypothetically, I haven't done any real exercise in a week or something, and I have so much judgment and shame for myself about that I'm going to ignore the messages of the body because I don't want to feel the judgment and the shame that I'm going to give myself. So we just ignore, right? We just try to close the door on it. Or we are thinking that if I look at it, if I acknowledge it, I immediately have to solve the whole problem. But I don't have time for that. And it's gonna make me feel overwhelmed if I have to try to solve the whole thing. So I'm just gonna keep not looking at it so that I don't have to overwhelm myself even more because I'm already up to here, right? So that's another reason why we don't pay attention. So let's just say for this moment, it's like we're taking a weather report on how our body is doing and what it's communicating. We're just acknowledging. It's just like, I hear you. I believe you. That's it. That's all we're doing. So if you just do that, what comes up? What does your body want you to know in this moment? Because your body has no judgment. No, there's no judgment in the body. There is only communication to help you thrive. That's the body. That's all the body does. If you really look at it, when your body sends you that headache, is your body saying, you're so dumb, you haven't drank any water since this morning? No. No, your body has no judgment. That's your mind. That's your mind applying judgment. The body sends you the headache because your body is saying, I care about us. And in order for us to thrive, we need water on a regular basis, right? That's it. The body has no judgment. So listen to your body and know that it is your partner in health and in thriving. That's all it ever is. Even when we're sick, even when we have illness or virus or germs, the body is being attacked by something, and the body is creating all of these symptoms to either be fighting the attack because it wants you to thrive, or it's sending you symptoms to force you to take care of it, to be a better partner in your health. because it wants you to thrive, right? Like one of my kids is sick right now. And she got so frustrated. She's like, I'm so tired. I just want to get up and do stuff and my body. And I was like, yeah, think about it for a second. Your body has sent you a fever because it's fighting germs. It's literally burning germs. So it sent you a really like a fever. And that fever also forces you to rest. It's forcing you because your body knows that if it brings all your resources in and helps you rest, you'll have more ability to fight the germs, which means you'll thrive and be healthy again faster. Right? Your body's just trying to communicate things that help you thrive. And my body today, when I paused for this moment, my body says, we've been sitting a lot today. Yes, sitting in this posture of like, my elbows are on my desk. I'm leaning forward because I'm in video meetings, and I can feel it in my back. I can feel it in my hips. I can feel it in my neck. My body is saying we've been sitting a lot. So if I don't have judgment about that, and I'm like, well, I really should have gotten to the gym this morning, and I'm going to make myself feel guilty that I didn't because blah, blah, blah. Or just be annoyed at my body that it won't let me keep sitting all day. And I just trust my body that it is communicating this only because it's my partner in thriving. And it's my job to be a partner to my body in what we need to thrive. Okay. So you know what that means? That means that it's going to be time for me to get up and move, to give my body some of what it needs to thrive. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that because I do want to be a good partner to my body. And when it comes to weight and well-being, when you're on a weight loss journey or you're trying to be healthier, think about relating to your body and all the messages that it's sending you as separate from the messages from your mind. Because your mind also has helpful messages. But what happens on weight loss journeys, because of diet culture, because of so many things, the mind can interfere with the helpful clarity that's coming from your body. For example, my mind wants to say right now that I really need a big heavy lunch. That's what my mind, I can tell. It's coming, it's mind, but it's also, I think, a little bit of spirit. And so I go, okay, I'm going to check in with my body. Body, what do you need in terms of energy, nourishment, and so on? Something small-ish, only because, like I said, I had that snack earlier. Definitely water, definitely movement, and something probably substantial enough, like protein, because I do weight training, and so my muscles get hungry, right? So my body goes like, we need something. So it's going to be something that has some protein, something that has not something cold. I think it's going to be something warm, right? Like I'm listening to my body. And listening to my mind, and my mind is trying to say, I need something heavy and substantial and like soothing. But why does my mind want that? Not because it knows what nourishment I need, because that's my mind's way of saying that it's tired, that I need a mental break. And one of my old habits for getting a mental break, when I couldn't maybe have a mental break because I was too busy, was to use food for emotional coping. But it's false coping, right? It's if my body doesn't need the food or need that kind of food, my mind is seeking soothing, and my emotions are seeking soothing through food, which is like, again, no judgment, just acknowledgement that that's what's happening. And so in this moment, the messages for me are that I need movement, I need water, and I need a mental break. And if that's the case for you, or whatever your mind, body, and spirit have been telling you today, listen, acknowledge, and make an executive decision to trust your body. Trust that it's your partner in your weight loss and your well-being journey, and give it what it's asking for. And until then, until I see you again next Monday, please do check out selfkindness.ca. We have another 3-month group starting in April, but you can be connected to our supports right away. So reach out, sign up, and I hope to see you then.